Hey everybody, Alan Butler here with Butler Contracting. Before we get started today, if you can hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell down below, we'd greatly appreciate it. It'd mean the world to us if you'd like and follow us so you can get more notifications when we put out more awesome content. But today we're here talking with Barry. He's with Mosquito Hunters. We just kind of wanted to give you a general overview of some things to look for and tips and tricks around your yard about mosquitoes, but he also does other pest control. And one of the big things that we see a lot of is carpenter ant damage and other insect damage, wood destroying insects specifically around the home or a property, and when it comes to interior or exterior repairs. So some of the things we want to talk about today are just how you can make sure you're protecting your home with your roof, your gutters, things to look out for around the house, and just some general cleanup things. So Barry, we appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Fantastic. So one of the things that we see a lot of and we get a lot of calls for are things with fences, roofs like we talked about, gutter issues where things are backing up on the roof. Maybe could you give a general overview of how people can maybe better maintain those things or things to look out for so they don't have to end up calling us. We appreciate your business, but if you can get Barry out there to fix your problem before it gets to that point, it's always better for you. Absolutely.
I told Alan before, really what they do with the contracting, the fences, the patios, really ties hand in hand to what we do. Really the upkeep of your backyard, fences, rotten wood, really give you a bad insect problem in your house. Overhead trees, dead branches, tall grass kind of taking over your house really becomes an issue. So the more you can do an upkeep, staining your fences, really protecting it through the year. Your decks is a big one. The insect problems below decks. I mean, it really can be an issue for homeowners.
Absolutely. So what's the most common thing that you see when it comes to, for example, I think the most common damage we see out there is carpenter ants. What are some things that you can look out for or do to prevent that?
Really, I mean, the rotten wood is the biggest away from your house. Mulch areas, really upkeep those mulch areas. Redo them every year. They really have a tendency to really attract to the mulch areas. So you need a fresh mulch, take that old out every year and put in some new. Keep that grass mowed low through the year. I can't emphasize that enough. Really tall grasses. Down here, Central Texas, you have the scorpions, you have the spiders, they call that home. So, and the carpentry ants can really take over your yard, take over your fences, take over your decks. So really the upkeep of it makes a difference. And really, if you need us to come out, we have great services for ants around the perimeter of your house, the perimeter of your other structures, your lawn. Keep it away from the exterior of your house.
Absolutely. Yeah, one of the big things we get called about, Barry, are carpenter ant infestations, especially in cedar fences. And some folks have cedar siding, or they might have cedar trim. So what are some things to look out for there specifically, as well as contrary to popular belief, folks think that insects get repelled by the cedar, so everybody wants to use cedar.
Right. So no, cedar will only last short term. So you guys offer a staining service with citronella in it. Anything that gives that extra to really repel, even for a year, year round, it really makes a difference in your house. But don't just expect the cedar to control them. So you really need to be on top of it, year after year. Take advantage of these services that you guys offer. At least have you come out. Take a look and see what you can do. It really makes a difference.
Absolutely. Yeah, one of the things we've found and learned over time is a lot of these latex or water-based style, like solid stains people are putting on, and that's actually trapping moisture, condensating inside the boards, versus going with a deep oil-based penetrating stain. And when we put those deep oil-based penetrating stains in, they get inside and penetrate inside the pores of the wood, and that typically helps with repelling those types of insects. Now, would you say you see more issues with the latex-based and water-based stuff, or with oil-based, or just untreated in general?
Probably untreated in general, but water-based is probably, I mean, you really don't want that wood to absorb water at all. Really anything you can do, especially down here, humidity, the water. I mean, it doesn't take long for a fence to start rotting out. So you got to stay on top of it. I mean, oil-based is probably what we see that does the best, but whatever can repel the water moisture the longest really makes a difference.
Absolutely. Well, great. Well, we mentioned a little bit earlier about roofs and gutters, and that's another big topic that we see calls on. I can't tell you how many times I've gone out, looked at a roof issue or a roof leak, and all of a sudden there's a whole infestation of carpenter ants, and that could have been related to gutters backing up or overhanging tree branches scraping the roof. And
That's right.
so how do the carpenter ants get on the roof?
They can really find any way, but I mean they'll crawl up gutters. Keep those gutters clean. Those tree branches, really keep them trimmed off the roofs. It doesn't take much for them to climb up a tree right onto your roof. You can watch lines of them just going up there. So you just really have to be on top of it.
Sure.
Really constantly. We've had a bunch of broken branches with this last storm. Make sure and have those cleaned up. Another one is the pine needles here in Bastrop, in Tahitian really specifically. Try to keep those cleaned off your roof as much as possible. I know it's difficult sometimes, but really makes a difference to keep those cleaned off your roof.
Great. And yeah, just so customers know, we do have a home maintenance plan. So some of those tasks that you mentioned, keeping those gutters cleaned out, keeping that roof cleaned off, doing some visual inspections, that's all included in our service plan. If someone wanted to get with you, Barry, to have them come over and get you signed up for a service, how would that happen?
You bet. So you can go to our website, mosquitohunters.com, type in the zip code. It'll take you right to my personal website. My number is 512-859-3771. That comes directly to me. You can call, text. You can email at mh170@mosquitohunters.com. That's my email, comes to me. So we'd love for you to reach out just to say hi. I'd love to answer any questions and just really introduce myself to the community.
Fantastic. We appreciate you joining us today, Barry, and hopefully if you're interested in supporting a small local business, get with Barry, have him come over, do some inspections at your house, get those mosquitoes under control. He does other pest control services as well, so he can get you taken care of, get on a service plan with him. And if you have any repair needs, we hope to see you on your next project. Thanks for watching.